Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. So yesterday I also recorded a reading and I thought the sound was good, but it actually died after 3 minutes. So I had to take that one down and I just didn't have it in me yesterday to record a second time. But I had my husband look at my microphone and apparently there's something wrong with it. And so he ordered me a new one and it will be here today. So today we are doing it with no mic. And I'm really sorry if you have trouble hearing me, but for the most part, I think you should be able to. I have a pretty loud voice. Anyway, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. These are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Spirit, please show us, what does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know right now? What do you want Pisces to know? What messages does Pisces need? Wow. Wow. I will tell you, Pisces, in yesterday's reading, well, what I've noticed in the two readings where the sound went out, there is a mounting pressure that someone is feeling to communicate with you, and it feels like an old person. And then definitely, it feels like you have new love coming in, or new relationships, new opportunities, a lot of new things happening. So that was definitely, I mean, even the same cards came out in both readings. So it's interesting that the sound didn't work. I did drop my microphone, so it makes sense that my microphone broke. Anyway, you're getting free spirit on the bottom of the deck. You're getting inspiration and you're getting insight. And this whole energy has come through in several readings. I don't know if they're the ones that you've seen or the ones that you haven't seen, unfortunately, but there's this energy of kind of coming out of the darkness, like really spending some time with you, getting to know who you are, getting to know what is really truly important to you, and really being able to focus on a vision for your future and holding that vision and really manifesting it, yes, but I just feel sort of like dedicating yourself to your own happiness and to kind of seeing this through, or finding your way to this energy. And I feel like you are getting some kind of new opportunity. I do feel like it is closely aligned with what you feel, what is in alignment with you at this time right now. And I feel like there are even people coming in around you to help you. Again, like I said, there's some kind of opportunity for new love. I'm even getting it from the stag in this card. And I do feel there's these birds back here with the sun. You have messages coming in. This is a real time to, I feel like this experience that you're moving into is very different than the experience which you're coming from. I feel like the experience which you're coming from is like a road with a lot of rocks, a lot of obstacles, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of tests, a lot of difficulty. Or maybe not difficulty, but challenges. Well, I do feel difficulty, so for at least some of you. Anyway, you're moving into a period where things start to work out, where it's like you start to be the one that is getting almost recognized, or it's like you've been there, you feel maybe like you've been there doing the same thing all along, or you've been the same person sort of all along, or you've been able to offer the same thing all along, but it's like you may not have been around people that really could accept it, or people that could really appreciate it, or people that could even really recognize what you were even offering. And I feel like now people are taking notice. People are starting to possibly even appreciate you more. Yeah. It is interesting. One of the readings that had no sound was talking about how there are people in your life, or you will find that not everyone can move with you into this new space, into this new opportunity. And it feels as though it's like there are people who are not able to come with you, but it's like I don't feel like you're alone or lonely. I feel like there's new there are people right there to like pick it up and run with you. All right. Let's dive in and get more information here for Pisces, please, Spirit. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, Pisces, you have obstacles. And this is how I feel. This is the energy in which I feel like you're emerging. I feel like you are, you know, it's like, I feel like there were things that came along the path that you weren't even expecting, that, you know, really were discouraging, that really felt like unnecessary struggle, or it felt like at times things were really against you, or the things that were not in your control were working against you instead of with you. Yeah. You know, you had to really discover what you were made of here, or it may have been kind of, I don't know, an unintended consequence or an unintended side effect here of kind of being buoyed around. You know, Sir Swami Satchidananda, well, a lot of people have been quoted with this, have been attributed with this quote. I personally attribute it to Sir Swami Satchidananda because I learned it in yoga teacher training, and I'm on his branch of the yoga, Integral Hatha Yoga. He said, we can't stop the waves, but we can learn to surf. And it's like you were not able to stop the waves. You were not able to stop the things that were coming at you, or the things that you were experiencing, or the things that were happening. It feels a lot like other people's stuff. It does feel a bit like something that's on your path for a reason, but it also feels a bit like you were kind of at the mercy of other people's stuff, or other people's situations or circumstances that really there wasn't a whole lot you could really do to change them, or to affect them, or to affect them differently. So what you really learned to do was surf. You know, and I feel like out of that, you're sort of emerging in this energy. Even with this dragon on his head, it's making me think the year of the dragon, which just started, right? But it's like you're emerging really knowing who you are, and really being able to be a pillar of consciousness for yourself. You know, you're not as likely to kind of play a character in someone else's story. It's like you are going to be the main character, or you're going to, and I know that has a lot of different connotations now, but it's kind of more about you than it ever has been before. I mean, here you were just a little boat on an ocean just getting batted around, right? And here it's like you're taking up the whole frame. It's like you and your energy and your experience and your confidence and what you have to offer in this moment in time is important. And I think people are noticing and really, when people are turning to look at you, you become that big portion of the frame, right? I feel like in the past you were dealing with some kind of standstill, or maybe you still are. Maybe this is something that's still ongoing. There's some kind of relationship here where it literally says this: alienation, a stalemate, stagnation, withholding, grinding to a halt, insensitivity, and mistrust. I feel like something has happened between you and someone else that has caused kind of a breaking apart of a relationship. Something that was once warm has grown kind of cold. And it almost sort of feels like there isn't a ton of hope, or we're not quite sure kind of how to get it out of this place, or for some of you, I'm even getting like how we got to this place. I'm going to clarify this. And then you have modesty and you have enthusiasm. And this is, there's a lot of yin yang energy in these cards, and it's remembering that there is darkness even in the light, and to stay humble, to, not go to an extreme, or to not forget to stay grounded, rooted, centered, the pillar of your own consciousness. Okay. Okay. This is like, Pisces, I don't know. This is a major energy shift. Because how it feels is you're going from this energy where you felt like things were really out of your control, and that there were a lot of obstacles, and that there were a lot of challenges. And you managed just to ride the wave and to stay afloat. But it doesn't feel like you've come out super ahead. Although I feel like you have. I feel like you have, because I feel like you know your own strength, and I feel like you're more sure about who you are, and you're less likely to play along with the role that someone else wants you to play along with, right? Whomever that is, your boss, your friend, your parent, your sibling, whomever it is. And there is someone here whom you have reached some kind of standstill with. This is a number 12 card, and the 12 card is the Hangman card, Pisces card. It's also the card of I'm looking back, I'm trying to get a new perspective, I am seeing things from a different perspective now than I did then. And there is a lot of regret here. I'm sorry I hurt you. Spirit is helping me. I'm feeling hopeful. This person, I think we all have a way of justifying whatever we want to justify in life, right? We all, like, no matter what it is, if we hurt somebody, or if we did something that we really don't want to take accountability for as a person, or we're not equipped to take accountability for as a person in that moment, we will kind of justify it, or kind of turn our back on it, or kind of try to lessen it, like, oh, it's not that bad, or whatever, you know what I mean? Or like, well, I was justified in it because they said this. Like, nobody else's bad behavior is a justification for you to have bad behavior. It just doesn't work like that. You have to live with yourself. You have to live with your own behavior. And if you allow yourself to kind of adopt someone else's lower vibrational energy in order to battle them, then you are lowering your vibration. You know what I mean? And so it doesn't really justify anything. It just, maybe it's a mental game that we play, but like energetically, it doesn't do anything to do that. Maybe it just helps us live with ourselves, or again, not take accountability or look away from our own behavior. But it seems with this standstill energy, it's almost as if, Spirit does have a way of not letting other people enter into this person's life, or sort of, putting this person's life in a bit of a freeze so that they can, so that there isn't somewhere else to put their focus, so that they have to look at the situation and they have to look within. But this person is seeing their behavior, and I feel like they are taking accountability here with, I'm sorry I hurt you. They're realizing that their behavior was unkind, to say the least, whatever it is. None of those things that I read off, right? Alienation, withholding, insensitivity, mistrust. None of those things are kind, right? I actually feel like this came from a place of basic mistrust within this person. Like, they just feel like they can't trust people. There's like a kind of a suspicious energy here, because I get this whole like justification thing. Like, it's somebody that's created sort of their own sense of reality, which usually comes from like a space of trauma or hurt. And in that space, how they felt, or their behavior, or what they thought, or the actions they took or didn't take, all felt very justified to them. But in retrospect, and looking back on it, and in looking back on what really happened, and maybe from a higher level perspective, because Spirit is helping them to see, to get the new perspective, to understand how their behavior may have impacted this relationship, or even you, Pisces. there is something here where this person is having to face the reality of it, and that is leaving them in a place of regret, I feel like. But they are feeling hopeful, and I think they're feeling hopeful because they're finally healing some kind of core wounding that caused this basic mistrust, and that's making them feel like either they still have a chance at love, or they still have a chance to make things right in this circumstance, or that maybe this connection still has a chance, okay? I feel like there are things here, there's so much abundance in this modesty card. There's just all this beauty and opportunity and opening and up-leveling that feels like it's happening with this modesty card. And it feels like, you know, maybe this person from the past that you never thought was going to come back around is coming back around. Maybe, you know, your career, which you were just, you know, at the mercy here, it feels like for a while, just kind of grinding it out or just sort of making your way or just sort of surviving, is all of a sudden flourishing, or you're getting new opportunities, or there's new opportunities coming, you know. And it feels a bit like it's almost like hitting the jackpot, or having some major abundance sort of hit all at the same time. And just there's this reminder to stay grounded and centered, and to there's hands to heart center in this card, to just remember to stay in a space of gratitude for everything that you receive, for all of the opportunities, for everything that's unfolding here for you. Even if you don't want this person back, just the gratitude, even because I feel like, Pisces, you were a major catalyst for change in this person's life. And even the gratitude for yourself that you were able to help this person, or that this person was able to find the strength within themselves as well to break free of some, you know, core wounding or some deep trauma here. That's a big deal. That's something to really truly celebrate and to be grateful for, because we're all connected. When anybody breaks through their core wounding, it helps the entire collective. But it's also about, being enthusiastic about what's in front of you, and using it to have the greatest amount of impact that you can. It's like, you know, if you have moved up at a company, be the type of person that's a mentor, or be the type of person who, you know, makes you proud. You know what I mean? Who you wish you would have had, or who does the right thing, or makes the right decisions, or, you know, whatever that is for you, whatever your moral compass is telling you, and kind of lead by example, right? But embrace all these opportunities and be glad and grateful for them. It just feels like you're going through like a major shift, and it feels like there is this energy of, you know, hey Pisces, stay deeply grounded, stay rooted and centered. Continue with your spiritual practices, or continue with your studies, or continue to be curious, continue to look, don't just drop all the paths that got you here because you have arrived here. You are still on a journey, you know, you're still on a path. Like, maintain, you know, that's the energy that I get. Take it as it resonates. Let's dive a little deeper, shall we? Yeah, oh my God, look at this. Man, you guys, I feel like this person keeps showing up in your readings. There's somebody here who's spying on you. There is this energy of stagnancy. I feel like this person, there's a lot of activity around the mental body here. They feel like an overthinker. They feel like somebody who, in the past, it's like their own mind, their own way of thinking prevented them from being able to make a choice, or being able to choose this connection, or being able to choose you. It's like, with these two birds, for some of you, I get this person may have even had people around them that was kind of putting thoughts in their head, or like, because there's a hole here, it's like this person was really open to the opinion of others, and that may have caused them to put the brakes on. But it is also possible that they didn't really listen to people who had their best interests at heart. I kind of want to clarify this. I think I'm going to clarify it with this. But with the Page of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands sideways with the Six of Swords coming out to clarify this Two of Swords. And you have the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You know, this is kind of both. This is like someone with their own thoughts. They had limiting beliefs. They kept telling themselves the same story. The mistrust on the bottom of this card is really big to me. And mistrust a lot of times does come from a core wounding, I feel. So there's this energy of, you know, someone who had a basic mistrust, someone whose own mind and own way of thinking and own experiences were sort of keeping them trapped or keeping them in a position where they were not able to open up to the connection. And then you have the Seven of Wands sideways. It feels to me like someone who, you know, let the opinions of others or the desire of others, or, you know, with the wands, this gets a little tricky because there's this energy of, you know, people all having their own agenda and kind of like coming to this person with their own agenda, and this person kind of letting that in. So it can be, right, where we get in a relationship with someone and, you know, it's me and you against the world, and your opinion and what you say, that's what I believe and that's what I think, and that's, you know, I don't, if someone else tells me something about you, I don't listen to it because I'm with you and I trust myself and my experience of you. It can be like that, right? Or it can be like, I have a basic sense of mistrust in relationships. So when anybody tells me anything, I don't consider their own agenda. I don't consider their angle or what they're how they may be trying to manipulate me, or how they may be trying to influence or sway me for their own benefit. I listen to them because it appeals to the basic mistrust that I have already there. You feel what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense, but that's what I'm really getting here. With the Six of Swords, this is this person coming to a place of peace within their own mind, within their own self. And this would require this person to move beyond having a sense of mistrust with everyone around them, right? Because it's very hard to feel a sense of peace when you feel like everyone is against you or nobody is trustworthy. You know what I mean? Because as humans, we have a basic need for connection, right? Now, onto this Page of Swords. This Page of Swords is different than every other Page of Swords, and I actually really like this Page of Swords. It really tells a complete story, I feel like. First of all, the Page of Swords just in general is someone who energetically, they may step away from the connection, they may shut down, they may become very stagnant in the connection, but there's a part of them that's still curious. There's a part of them that still wants to know what you're doing. And why? Because look, his hand is over his heart. There's feelings. I still care. I still feel energetically connected to you. With this dandelion, you know, when we were kids, and I think most people do this, when you blow the dandelion, it's all the seeds, you are your wishes. You know, it's like carrying your wish out into the universe. And so it feels like this person hasn't really given up wanting this or wishing for it, or, you know, they're holding on to that desire. But this person had a lot to learn. Look at all these books underneath this person. This person, this, like, it's hard. It's hard. The Page of Swords is an energy of breakthroughs. It's an energy of all pages are messengers and students. And so it's like there's this energy of somebody who's still learning, somebody who still, maybe hasn't gotten the breakthrough. It's somebody who's a little bit conflicted, right? Because they're at a distance, they're still energetically connected, they're still watching, they're still spying. But normally when we care about somebody and there are wish fulfillment and we have feelings for them, we don't move away from them and then stalk them. We stay engaged in the here and now with them as long as they let us, or as long as it is working and is mutually beneficial. However, because this person had a sense of mistrust, because there were these outside influences, because this person's own mind did not allow them to grow, it's like this person needed the distance and they needed the time and space to learn what they didn't know, to exercise that student energy, right? And they were also kind of primed and ready for some kind of breakthrough in their life. And this whole relationship or this whole experience may have come around for this person in this person's life at this time for the breakthrough energy, right? We see them with the graduation cap on. So this person, whatever they were seeking to know, whatever they were seeking to learn, whatever was inspired by this situation, where it's like they wanted this, they had the feelings, but they didn't have the knowledge to really show up. This person, they've had some kind of breakthrough, or they have learned, they have taken this time to grow or to find out what they needed to learn. Could be like they went to counseling, could be like they went through some course, it could be like they read a bunch of books, it could be anything, right? It could be that they did the deep dive within. With a Chariot on the bottom of the deck, this can signify that this person is traveling to come see you, especially with the Six of Swords and the Chariot. They may want to make peace. They may want to bring the situation back into balance with these two cards. They may feel that you're at a distance and they want to close that distance, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, however. But they're also in a completely different energy. The Chariot knows who they are. The Chariot is somebody who is moving towards success and victory. This is someone who has been through the battle but has emerged kind of better off for it. And underneath that, like, we definitely see the Devil and the Five of Pentacles. So this is someone who's overcoming some kind of fear or some kind of core wounding that has forced them to sort of pull away or to go stagnant or to even protect themselves in the past, or pull back. Gosh, it's so interesting how the same freaking cards have come out in every reading I have done for you lately, Pisces. I mean, I just cannot believe it. You are getting the Hermit, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So this person has gone within. This person, I feel like they're single. I feel like they have really, it's almost like they're isolated or they're on their own island here. Even if you know that this person is surrounded by people in their daily life, or they're always posting on Instagram with all their friends or whatever, the Hermit doesn't actually require us to be like all by ourselves. Yes, certainly that is probably the majority of the time. That is how it happens. But we can be alone in a group of people, and we can also be in a group of people in our own heads, making observations, coming to realizations. If this person is in a group of people that, act recklessly a lot, and they're observing those people's behavior, and they're going, wow, they really messed that up with that person, because that person was real and solid to that person, and that person just acted recklessly and had no appreciation, no gratitude for that. Well, you can have you can go, oh wow, I've done that too. Oh wow, you can have a lot of self-realizations even in those experiences, right? But whatever the case may be, this person has, whether they were surrounded by people and were in their own kind of energy, even though, or whether they were truly by themselves, there's this energy of coming to terms with what they want, coming to terms with themselves on a deeper, more spiritual level, and really thinking about what is their wish fulfillment. What is the thing that they really want to prioritize or let be their North Star in their life? You know, is it their career? Is it this group of friends? Is it you? Is it, you know, is it Pisces? Is it, you know, whatever it is, it's like this person has had a chance to really evaluate that and find that out and figure that out for themselves. And with the Ace of Wands here, I feel like they want a passionate new beginning. And with the Knight of Swords, it may have taken this person some time to come to this conclusion or to arrive here at this place. But it feels like they want to share this information. It feels like they want to speak their truth. And it feels like they want to do it very quickly. You know, I feel this is you, Pisces, showing up as the Empress on the bottom of the deck. It's an energy of, well, you are on the precipice of a new beginning. I feel like this person, in their observation of you, may have realized how rare and special you are. They may have also realized or recognized that for them, you stand out above all others, that there is really no one that compares to you. And I am getting heavily the sense of a new beginning with this particular card. And it can be this person's desire to have a new beginning with you, or this can be that you are having all of these new beginnings in your life. And those new beginnings are even a bigger indicator to this person that they want this and that they better hurry up. Because someone who's on the precipice of a lot of new beginnings, someone who's very powerful and who's manifesting and alchemizing in their own life, is going to be attracting a lot of attention. They're going to have people trying to take a leap of faith toward them, you know, a lot. And this person, it's causing this person to have to do battle with themselves and break free of the things that held them back in the first place. Yeah, and to break free of the interference. And wow, you may have no idea. This may not be you. You may have no idea with the Moon card. And with the Sun, it's like it's about to be revealed. Wow. And the star underneath that, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and the star card energy, the Divine underneath that. My gosh, Pisces. I am going to clarify this Ace of Wands. I guess I'll do it with the tarot again. What is the Ace of Wands? You're on their mind. You are on their mind. They have not been able to give up on this. They are afraid. They are worried. There is some energy here. I get that. It's like, I've wasted so much time. I don't know why with these nines. You have the Nine of Wands, the Hermit, and the Nine of Swords. 3 nines here. Pisces, nines may be significant to you right now. But there is some completion here. And it's like, wow, it may have taken them a long time to get here. To get to this place where they're recognizing and realizing that, like, wow, they're thinking about you a lot still, and that they haven't really been able to let this go. And a lot of times when we can't let something go, it's because, you know, it's for a reason, and there's some kind of recognition here. When you feel this fear and anxiety that I feel with the on the bottom of the card, it's letting you know that it's like you care about something. If you don't care about it, you're not afraid to lose it. You're just like, oh yeah, go ahead, have that, take that. Oh, I'm going to donate that. You know what I mean? But it's like if something is precious to you, if you realize it's like you can't stop thinking about it. You can't give up on the desire of this connection. You can't, no one has been able to take, you know, Pisces' place for you. No, you know, you haven't met anyone that, you know, holds a candle to this person. Then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, you know, I'm afraid I'm going to miss out on this opportunity. I'm afraid I'm not going to get this chance. I'm afraid that, you know, other people are also going to recognize the value of what I had, and they're going to do what I was too foolish or too caught up in my own issues to do in the first place. You know what I mean? And I definitely, you know, and this person may even energetically feel other people moving towards you, Pisces, because I feel people moving towards you, you know. And if you do have someone who is in some way intuitive. I feel like this person's gone back and forth. I think they've thought about it a lot. It's kind of, there's almost this energy of, like, you know, once I free myself, once they freed themselves from this way of thinking, or even from, because for some of you, it's like, I don't know why, I just keep getting this energy of like, they may have prioritized other people or friendships or something or family or, you know, just something over this relationship. And it's like they've seen the light with that hermit energy. They've seen the light. Wait, this is not my wish fulfillment. You know, this is something that's taking up time until I find my wish fulfillment. But wait a second, maybe I already found my wish fulfillment. And you know what I mean? It's like, this is the energy that I'm feeling here. And it's like opening up their mind to this idea that like, hold on a second, Pisces was, you know, what I was looking for, what I always wanted, what I needed. They were my highest and best. I mean, it's like once they have let go of this protective thought process, justifying kind of energy, and they've let the reality hit them, that what they really want is to be connected to you, Pisces, is how I feel. It creates its own sense of imbalance, right? Because, you know, this is when you're somebody that kind of has this, you know, way of dealing with things, or way of, you know, talking to yourself about things, justifying. I just keep getting the word justifying. But just sort of being stuck in this routine of, you know, it's like, it may have been that, you know, they would start thinking of you and then they would want to reach out and contact you, but then they would tell themselves no, you know, or they would like start to write a text and then fear would get a hold of them and they would be like, no. But once they fully released whatever this pattern of thinking was, it's like they were free to choose love. They were free to kind of let go of this imbalance or this pattern or this cycle that they were stuck in that was keeping them really unbalanced and really, you know, on that thin line between love and fear, and probably leaning toward fear a lot in their life. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's like, I don't know if they were afraid of being alone, and so they surrounded themselves with a lot of people and never asked themselves if these people were aligned with them spiritually or morally or in any other way. They were like, I have people. I'm not alone. And so they may have, in a sort of misguided way, prioritize those people. It's like, yeah, it's like I kind of keep getting this sense of like, yeah, they're my friends, but they're also my family. But it's like the quality of their character, or, you know, it's almost like I feel like all of the people that this person was surrounded by were all people who had their own agenda, who needed something from this person. And this person was very caged in by just kind of wanting to make them all happy, or prioritizing that, or not even really allowing themselves to think about any other way of being, you know, or any other way of thinking. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's a really strong feeling. And it's like they've started to free themselves. They've started to let that go. And with the Ace of Cups, this is an energy of self-love. It can be where we are filling ourselves back up, where we are healing that core wound within us that has kept us in this cycle, that has kept us really imbalanced and kind of focused on keeping the balance with these people or with this entity or with whatever this is, rather than on our own happiness and what we really want and what choosing love looks like for us, or what that would even mean. Because it's almost like we're with people that are manipulating us or trapping us or keeping us in this cage, or like keeping us sort of in the position that they need us to be in order for them to feel okay. Like, I'm not really sure, you guys. I hope that makes sense, but that's how it's coming across to me. Anyway, this person is like, they're starting to discover a love of self, and they're just starting to prioritize their self. They're starting to make themselves the most important thing in their life, and they're starting to really look at, where does my happiness come from and what do I really want? We saw that Ace of Wands, now we see this Ace of Cups. This person definitely is wanting a new beginning in love, and this person is transforming in the process with all these butterflies in this Ace of Wands or Ace of Cups card. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Pentacles. And, you know, I feel like, you know, this is about their connection to you. Yes, Pisces, but I think it's their connection to everything. It's like, I only want people in my life, friends, family, whatever, who are going to share the vision that I have for myself and are going to be happy for that and are going to, you know, support my plan that I have for myself and support me building this life for myself. And if people are too low vibrational or too self-centered or too egoic or too narcissistic or too whatever, too toxic themselves, too codependent, whatever it may be, to support me living my best life, then I don't want to collaborate with them. And I feel like this may not sound like a big deal, but it is. It's like a very big deal, because I feel like, you know, either this person was raised in a toxic environment and they still allowed their family to play this huge role, or this person may have been raised in a toxic environment and then gone on to be in other toxic environments, and they're kind of like breaking free of this, or freeing themselves from this, or figuring out who they are finally, or asking themselves who they are finally, not in relation to their family or not in relation to this group or to what other people need them to be, or what other people are sort of, I hate to say this, but it feels this way, using them for. But they're finding their own independence, their own autonomy, and they're finding their own voice, and they're finding their own ability to say, hey, you know what, I don't need to just be surrounded by people, or I don't need to be surrounded by anyone, certainly, who is not supportive of where I'm trying to go or what I'm trying to build in my life. And I think in some sense, it's possible that the people in this person's life were very threatened by their relationship with you, Pisces, and may not have been incredibly supportive, or this person knew that that would not be a popular choice among the people in their life. So it's kind of like, instead of wanting what they wanted and telling those people like it or lump it, they let those people decide what they wanted. They didn't really consider their own thing. And okay, I am getting, oh my God, from another angle of it, is this can be their own core wounding making the choices for them, the like imprint or the lasting effect other people have had on them. So take it how it resonates, but I can definitely, it's either this person's own thoughts, or this is people with words in their life, or with opinions, or with, you know, if people are only going to love you if you live your life the way that they want you to, that's conditional. That's not love. And so it's like this person is starting to realize that, and how we really realize that and how we really embrace that energy is by loving ourselves completely, flaws and all. And I feel like this person is on that journey of discovering themselves, and kind of doing it through, why do I feel so miserable? You know, and why have I let myself, you know, I want this, and I'm watching it, and I'm spying on it, but I'm staying at a distance from it, but yet this is still my wish, and I can't give up on this, and I can't stop thinking about it. But why am I doing this? And then they're realizing, oh, it's these people, or oh, it's this way of thinking. And that's keeping me very imbalanced. That's keeping me focused on the wrong things, with the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords in reverse. And so then they're turning their focus to loving themselves and to doing the deep dive into figuring out who they are with the Hermit and the Ace of Cups. It's intense. It sure is. I do feel a little bit like clarifying this Ace of Cups. So I think I'm going to. Ace of Cups for Pisces, please, Spirit. Ace of Cups for Pisces, please, Spirit. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Wow. Lessons of Pluto on the bottom of the deck. Patterns of control, power, manipulation, intense push and pull, attraction, intimacy is not possessive. Wow. Is that not it or what? Like this person is, I feel like they're having a major like heart chakra awakening. They're having a major like breakthrough. That Ace of Swords, remember I said that can be like a breakthrough energy. The Ace of Cups is actually being clarified by destiny and dreams. This is, you know, when Spirit is trying to help us heal, or when Spirit is trying to help guide us or show us things, a lot of times they'll do that through our dreams. And, or through signs and synchronicities, or they have their ways of communicating. And it feels a lot like that's happening here. That could be helping this person to really see this or to really realize this, especially with the Six of Cups and the Nine of Wands. It's like Spirit almost just continuously pointing out to this person, hey, you haven't let this go. Hey, you keep thinking about this. Hey, you keep wanting this. You are daydreaming and fantasizing about this. Like, why is that? You know what I mean? If you didn't choose it, and if you're not choosing it, and if you chose something else, then why is it that this is what's occupying your heart and your mind, right? And then with destiny in divine time, it's like there is something here where I think this person does feel like this relationship was, you know, a gift from the divine. It may have even been that this person really prayed for and asked for this kind of relationship or someone like this to come into their life, because they may have even recognized that their other situation was toxic, or that it wasn't really what they wanted, or whatever the case may be. They just dreamed about it, wished it, prayed for it. And I think that you came into their life and have really illuminated to this person the ways in which other people have not, you know, have sort of pushed their own agenda on them, have not really let them be who they are. I feel like, Pisces, you have focused on your own life and these opportunities in front of you, and creating these opportunities in front of you, instead of insisting that this person show up for you exactly the way that you want them to. You're like, okay, well, you're either going to figure that out or you're not going to figure it out, but I can't make you see something that you don't. So I'm going to go out here and I'm going to go create the other part of my life, and, you know, see who I meet and see what happens that way. And I think in giving this person that space, they've had the time and to come to some kind of conclusions on their own here. What else can you tell, Pisces? Holy moly. So we have the Two of Wands with the Strength card with the Three of Wands. So there's an energy here, Pisces, of this person is definitely making progress. You know, I think this person came to a crossroads and they had to ask themselves, what do they want? And that's when they chose that Hermit energy, or that's when Spirit, you know, was like, hey, you got to make up this decision and you need to really think about it. Or this person was like, I'm really not happy and I don't want to keep repeating this cycle. So let me look at this decision that I'm making here. Let me, you know, it's like an awakening of, wow, I'm really actually choosing this. I'm choosing this with my decisions. I'm choosing this with the way I'm living. I'm choosing this. And it's not making me happy. So let me look at the choice. And let me look at my future. And let me look at what do I want my future to look like? And how is what the choices I'm making today affecting that? Is it working toward that, or is it not? And with the Strength card here, once we start asking ourselves those big questions, you know, we start noticing those shadows within ourselves. And I love this particular strength card. She's like really hugging this lion, and this lion is like, I don't want to be like this. This isn't really how I want to be. This isn't really what I want. I just don't know what to do. And there's such patience here on this person's part that's just hugging that lion and just saying, you know, it's okay. It's okay. But actually, you know, their mouth is closed. They're really not saying anything. They're just sitting beside them. They're just holding space for them. They're just allowing them to go through what they're going through. And I think that's what this person really needed in order to really look at the lower vibrational tendencies that they were choosing and to overcome them. And with the Three of Wands, I think this person is now planning and strategizing how they're going to come forward. They're clearly set and focused on this Empress energy. Like, this is what I want. I know what I want. Wow. I think tomorrow I may do a reading where I focus a little bit more on what these new opportunities are. And, you know, just, I don't know. I mean, I can't really choose the focus, but I'll choose cards that I feel are more guided in that way. Because I feel like this story keeps telling itself. What's the best possible outcome? The best possible outcome for Pisces here with this person. I said with this person, and out pops the Emperor. Yeah, here's that Knight of Swords. Well, you guys have 3 4s popping out. You have the Emperor, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. You also have the Queen of Swords. You know, Pisces, there is an energy here very much that someone is re-entering your life. I think they're coming in rather quickly. I think they're coming in to speak their truth. And I do feel that they are showing up in a different energy than the energy that they left in. However, I feel like you are still in this energy with the Queen of Swords where it's like whatever has happened has happened. And there's no unseeing it, unfeeling it, unknowing it. You know what I mean? Once we know that someone is really capable of hurting us, once we have felt their rejection, once we have felt that we have to protect ourselves and protect our energy from this person, it can be very hard to let someone in. It can be very hard to let our guard down after that. But with this Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords has learned from the entire sword cycle, from suffering, from, you know, feeling defeated, from being deceived, from being backstabbed, from all of it. And there's a certain amount of trust I feel like the Queen of Swords has with herself. She knows that she sees things very clearly, and she trusts the way that she sees things. She knows herself, and she knows what she's capable of. And she also knows like exactly who this person is and what happened. And she is a very good judge of character and of the people in front of her. And so there's this energy of, you know your truth. You know what you're capable of. You know what is important to you and what matters to you. And you have the wisdom and the wherewithal to know if someone has changed or if someone has not changed. You know if you can handle giving someone another chance and if you can't. And you have to trust that and allow yourself to be guided by that. It's like, it's literally, to me, it's saying you have all the answers. And like, this isn't just because someone's showing up in the energy of the Emperor. It's like, don't forget that they are also someone who at one time was capable of rejecting your love or not receiving your love, and someone who made you feel like you had to protect yourself from them on some level, that you had to pull your own energy back. But here they come, and I think they are coming in a different energy. The Emperor is one of those energies that can go kind of either way, even upright. I'm going to clarify the Emperor. Sorry about that. I have a tendency to move the tripod. The Emperor for Pisces, please, Spirit. What is the Emperor for Pisces? Pisces, with these these 3 fours, fours are our foundation. Fours are that energy that feels like home. They are the basis of everything. And this is saying home. You feel like home. Someone cozy, warm, and close. They feel you are someone they can see themselves with in an everyday fashion. And then you're getting flirt. Flirting does not have to be sexual. Anyone can flirt, and it is used for a few different reasons. To try and attract someone, or to show you have an interest in them, or simply to be playful or reconnect. It can be used to move closer to someone's personal space. And then you have mending. Hearts can heal and love can restore when both parties want to put in the effort. This card symbolizes that work is in the process to mend something that was once tested. I feel like this person's going to come in and they're going to say, you know, I feel like they want to say like that they kind of want to base their life with you, or that they want to create some kind of strong foundation with you, or that they know that, you know, they want this relationship to be the foundation of their life. Like they want to make their decisions based on this, not on all these peripheral things that I feel like they were making their decisions by before. And I think they do want to come into your personal space. I think they do want to flirt. I think they do want to see if you're going to be receptive or not. But I also feel like this person has serious intentions here. All right, so Pisces, let's get you some message cards. Wow, I said I think this person has serious intentions, and the Hierophant was the top card that stayed down when I moved this deck. All right. For Pisces, please, Spirit. If you are dealing with a water sign, can you forgive me for running away? You showed me what real love truly feels like. Every day I think about contacting you. If you're dealing with a fire sign, I can feel your love all around me. You are the one for me. I often dream of you. I struggle with addiction. That can also be codependency. I definitely felt codependent energy here. If you are dealing with an earth sign, I'm sorry I took more than I gave. You never kept score. You are more compassionate than I believe I deserve. The answer is yes. And I want to visit all the places with you that we daydreamed about. And if you're dealing with an air sign, you're getting, I miss you and all your quirks. With you, I feel a tornado of love, lust, and desire, and I love how you laugh at my jokes, and you are truly unforgettable. Pisces, this is what I have for you. I really hope this helps. I hope this brings you some peace and clarity. If it does, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, guys, I'm sending you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.